Hey guys, I just want to share a couple tips that we use for people that might have a difficult time getting into the traditional pigeon pose that if you're familiar with yoga. So it's a great position to use to try and improve that external rotation of your hip. One way you can kind of test to see if you have enough is to put your foot on top of your knee, and you should be able to get out to basically about parallel with the ground without there being any stress on your knee or undue pain in your hip. So if you're used to traditional pigeon on the floor, it's going to look something like this, where you're going to try to put your ankle right by your wrist, where the weight's distributed on the outside part of this knee, and I'm trying to take my left hip down to my right ankle, okay? If we're doing this correctly, I should feel a big stretch on the outside of this hip. I shouldn't feel any stress on my knee or in my low back or anywhere like that, okay? So a lot of times people have a tremendous difficulty getting into this position. When they try to set up, this knee's way off the ground, they feel it too much in their knee, and they're hesitant to give this stretch a try. But it's actually even more of the reason why they need to be doing this stretch, okay? So I'm gonna show you a quick alternative in this next clip on how we start off if somebody can't get into that position. All right, guys, so if you're having difficulty getting into that pigeon stretch on the ground, all you need is an incline bench, and this is gonna make that position much easier. So all you have to do is try to get into the same exact setup that you would normally do. Now I have a little bit less of an angle. It's a little bit less stress. It's a little bit easier position to get into. The most important thing is that everything that is in contact with this bench. I don't want my knee hanging up here and trying to do it. I don't want my ankle off. Everything is flush. All right, from this position, all the same rules still apply. I'm gonna try to stay as tall as I can and drive my left hip in. And for those of you that are really tight, you can use the bench as a driver to kind of pull yourself further into that stretch. The key is that we're feeling a big stretch on the outside of that hip of the knee that's up, okay? So if you're having a difficult time with that, if you know your hips are tight in rotation, give that modification a shot. Once you loosen up and improve there, you can move back and try to go to the pigeon on the floor. Thanks, and we'll talk to you again soon.